this matchup between one-loss teams. And, again, fumbles an issue there in the first half. Turnovers really playing a part in penalties. If you're looking at the Bearcats, 60 yards in penalties to Abingdon's just the 15 mark. Go ahead and give us, okay, we've seen a pretty crazy first half, 13-7 Abingdon leading. What do you expect in the second half?
What I expect is this Virginia High Bearcat team to have a little static run through their sideline. They realize all the mistakes they made and still being able to be hanging right around. You got to hope for hope and pray for a stop here just to keep the electricity on that sideline booming. If you're able to do that, and this defense has a lot of confidence going on later into the game, you expect a lot of good things for this Virginia High team.
And Abingdon getting the ball to start the second half. Virginia High won the toss, but elected to receive, and, turned out to be a good thing. They just took the ball, ran it straight down the throat of Abingdon, and got a quick 7 points before people were even settled into their seats. But since then, it seems like Cats have been stymied by this Abingdon. I don't know if it's scheme or just execution for the Cats, but Abingdon has been able to slow down the Bearcat offensive attack, at least there for the first half, and we'll see if they can get back on schedule in the second half as both teams head to the sidelines. We're getting close for the second half to pick back up again on Bearcat Radio. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at VHS Bearcat Radio. We have some nice graphics throughout the week, and you can stay up to date on everything going on for our shows. Of course, we have Bearcat Sports Chat every Wednesday night from Buffalo Wild Wings in Bristol. And hope you come out next week. We'll have another good night. I think we've hit every fall sport now at Virginia High. We've got golf, volleyball, cross country. So I think we've hit them all. So we're going to get back to football. I think next week and have a football-heavy show. So make sure you come out at 6:30 at Buffalo Wild Wings at Exit 5 in Bristol. We have a lot of fun.
All a good
talking to Coach Christ.
Hope he's back next week.
Yeah, Coach Christ, of course, said as long as they keep winning, he's going to keep coming back. So we hope for a Bearcat comeback tonight, trailing by 6 as we get set to open the second half of football as Failer is getting set to tee it back up. Abingdon return team getting out there and getting lined up on the field, and we're about set for another half of Virginia High football here on Bearcat Radio as Failer tees it up for the State Line Motors kickoff. Again, brought to you by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol. And there's the opening boot for the second half. 13-7, Abingdon leading as they'll pick it up inside the 10-yard line, return it out past the 20. He's brought down there at the 22. Michael Bradley and Alex Atkins, the first ones to meet him, and a good gang tackle right there to hold him up. And that's where Abingdon will take over for the first possession of the second half with a 6-point lead.
And great kick by Failer there. Just kind of put it on a little bit of a line drive, but also had that little squib to it as well. Didn't give him much time to get some room. I mean, he did get about 12 yards out of it, but still a great kick by Failer.
Yeah, Failer able to let it die down, and it made him have to bend over and pick it up, and it made it a little bit harder for the return, whereas he's just kicking a flat kick and it being fielded cleanly. There's a snap. It's a counter run across the left side. He twirls forward close to 7 or 8 there on the carries. It gets it up past the 30-yard line. That's Ferris. Caleb Ferris has 3 touchdowns on the year, 1 rushing, 2 receiving.
Yeah, and Aaron Rose came a frog's hair away from ripping that ball out, had his hand in between the ball and him.
Second down and 3 as the ball sitting on the 30-yard line right in the middle of the hash marks. There's a snap, another counter, same play. Same little shorter result there. He got close to 4 on the carry for the first down. Got it across first down marker, and they're motioning it. First down, Abingdon, as they get it out to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Abingdon. They're working right to left across the field. This is a team you got to get them on first down. You got to set them behind the chains. We talked about that with Coach Chris last week. Got to keep these teams off schedule early in the down, because if they get to 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, they're happy. Wing set here. They've got the 2 wing backs in the backfield. There's a snap. Booth hands it straight away. This is Holloway up the left side. He's got room up past the 40 to the 45. First down, 11 yards on the carry. 1st and 10 Falcons. So far, no stopping this offense coming out the gate.
Just a great trap play bit there by the Abingdon Falcons to cut off that outside lane and give him that lane to run through.
First and 10 Falcons. This time it's Jordan off the left side. He gets down the sideline, tiptoes a couple of steps out to the 50.
They give him about 5 there.
Yeah, 5 yards on the carry. Bring up second down and 5. It's right at the 50-yard line on the left hash. Pierre Jordan comes off. He's limping a bit on his right foot. They're going to check on it over there on the sideline. We'll have to see what's going on with him. Gabe Booth gets the play call from the sideline. Booth on the year, passing-wise, 13 of 46, so he's 50%, but now dropped under that after the last interception. He's thrown 3 picks on the year when he has thrown. There's a snap. This is a handoff off the left side. This is Willis this time. Or Canada, that is, 22. Gain of 3, and it'll bring up a
big third down here.
Third down and 2.
If you're Virginia High here and you get a stop on third down, make them punt it away and get the ball back in your favor.
3rd and 2, ball sitting at the 47-yard line. They've got to get it to the 45. They're right at the 50, huddled up, getting the play call in. 10 minutes right on the money left here in the third quarter. Abingdon leading 13-7. There's a snap, this time off the left side.
Short.
He stopped up. Looks like he came up a yard short. Good play there by that defensive line.
Now, if you're Abingdon, what do you do?
Vincer and a couple of others. Adkins there. It brings up a 4th down and just a couple of feet.
It looks like Abingdon's staying on for it.
That's what you do this offense for. You got to go for it here. 4th down and inches. They've got to get it across the 45. And Pierre Jordan back out on the field. He's in that left wing, left side of the wing is Dante Harris.
He got back.
He got back across. He almost jumped off. There's a snap. Booth trying to get him to jump off sides. Now they're going to force it right up the middle with a QB sneak. They did throw the possession bag out, but looked like he got the first down, and they did. He just got it across. He dove across. And good hard count there used by Booth to
try and draw him off.
Yeah, and then even whenever he did snap it, they were a little late getting off the ball, and it was just enough for them to get the first. They didn't get much. They had to get it just past the 45, and that's literally where he landed. So
it's just right where the nose of the ball is.
First down as they get it to the 45. They got to get it down to the 35. There's the snap. This time off the left side. This is Holloway. He's right at the line of scrimmage. Good play there. If you can get him to turn his shoulder blades, they say that about all the big running backs. Don't let him get his shoulders square and run straight up the field. If you can get him running laterally, you can get him down.
Yeah, and Matthew Dean did a great job getting in the backfield there to make that happen.
Second down, and lost a bit there. It's second down and 10, but ball sitting at the 45, so another big play here for the Cats. This time off to the left side, a big hit. As coming up to make the hit is Colton Ratcliffe. Got 4 yards on the carry. Looked like it could have been some more, but it ended up being 4 yards, and it was a hard-earned 4 yards as he took a big spin there. That was
tumbled completely over the top of his head.
Yeah. 3rd down and 6. Big play coming. Ball's at the 40. They've got to get it inside the 35.
And you talked about getting them behind schedule. That's exactly what this is here on this play.
2 wide receivers out to the right. They're going to hand it off. He's
met
in the backfield, fumble, and they're going to meet him there, and that's going to be a 3rd down stop for the Cats, and boy, was that what the doctor ordered. Busted play. Tried to hand it off around that right side, and he dropped the football, and it's 4th down and 6, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah, they're going to flip the field now. But you gotta watch for a fake here, Dylan. If they're willing to give us the ball at the 45, why wouldn't they want to give us the ball at the 40 as well? You got to be a little careful here.
Well, the way their offense is built, 4th and inches is a lot different than 4th down and 6. So we'll see. They're going to punt it. The punter's heels are at the 47 on the other side.
Colton Ratcliffe.
Colton Ratcliffe again. He blocks it, picks it up. He's at
gone.
the 40. He's got a man to beat down to the 20, to the 10, to the 15, and he's down at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Cats. And he blocks it. Colton Ratcliffe, another special teams play for him coming off the edge. 50 yards on the block to get it all the way back across the field. Wow, Colton Ratcliffe changing the game.
Talking
now
about
Cats,
what the doctor ordered, Dylan.
Mr. Harper came up to the booth. He's going to have to stay up in here if things keep going like this. 1st and goal, Bearcats, as they got the ball right at the 5-yard line after the blocked punt. Yet again, special teams. There are 6 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Cats 5 yards away and an extra point away from taking the lead in this one.
Michael Howard in the backfield. Expect something here.
Shotgun look. They slide a man in motion to the right behind the tackle. This time Howard on the power play up the middle, breaking tackles inside the 5. Touchdown. One play. 4-yard touchdown run, Michael Howard. How about that? Tie ball game, 13-13, an extra point away. As going to bring out Failer for the extra point.
Huge extra point here. I don't think I've ever said that in my life, but that's exactly what this is.
Giesler's going to hold. 13-13, 6:31 to go here in the third quarter, and this thing's living up to the hype. There's a snap. It's high. The kick is through, so good hold there from Giesler. Able to corral that. That was a high snap, able to get it down, and 14-13 the score. What a turn of events here in the second half.
And I talked about Virginia High coming out with a little bit of electricity pumped into that sideline and coming up with a big play to keep it there, and that's exactly what happened, Dylan. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Yeah, special teams, we talk about it all the time. Coach Christ, we talked about it last week, the week before. I'm almost certain I was talking to Coach Christ about it before the season, even before I even knew who he was. Special teams, we noticed it in the film before that John Battle game, before we even broadcast how good it was. And tonight, right here, we had our boo-boos in the first half, but right there, that made up for it. That led to a touchdown.
One thing you can always realize is it doesn't matter what kind of kick it is. Colton Ratcliffe is always back there to make some sort of disruption in it.
Punt, kick. If you're just trying to practice and he knows about it, he'll come try to block it, I think. So
He'll come from Bristol for you.
So that was a red zone trip brought to you by State Line Motors, and it turns into a quick 7 points. 4-yard touchdown run from Michael Howard, wearing number 22 for Michael Watkins tonight. A special touchdown here to take the lead on Abingdon, 14-13. Again, the kickoff brought to you by State Line Motors, Euclid Avenue in Bristol. Mark got so excited in here, I think he broke his pen. So that's like the old call for the Georgia game, Larry Munson, when he broke his chair. He sat down and broke his chair in the Auburn game. But getting set here for the kickoff. Taking their time. Again, the Cats up by 1 point, 14-13.
Up by 1 tick.
1 point. The extra point being the difference now as Failer sets it on the tee. We're in the third quarter, 6:58 to go. There's a kick. Booted, good kick down to the 5-yard line, returnable. Out past the 15 to the 20, weaves there up the right hash, down at the 31-yard line. Good return, close to 22 yards on the return from Ferris. And that's where the Cats will set up shop, or where the Falcons will set up shop, that is. On the 31-yard line on that far right hash, they're working right to left. So the drive summary there, not much of a drive summary, blocked, and it was really big because they were going to be pinned back. They were going to be punting from the 50-yard line.
Probably going to have to drive blocked 90 yards.
Basically, it was like a 100-yard swing in field position. First down for Abingdon at the 31 over on the right hash. There's a snap motion. This time off the backside, Jordan, and they get him in the backfield. Medley spins him around right at the line of scrimmage. He got a yard, but that was it. That was a tough earned yard.
And something I got to say is Bobby Medley came on the field that time and just had a lot of authority in his eyes, and you can see it all the way from up here. He's a little bit more excited now that they got the lead in their hands.
This defense looked energized there on that play. It looked like firing off the football there. Adkins and Medley. Vencer down there playing on the nose, right over the center. Another wing look this time for the Falcons. Man to the left. This time,
Jordan
again. Jordan off the left side. They're able to get him off course and hit him
again.
in the short gain, close to a yard maybe. Medley there, also on the tackle, 55, Josh Barlow.
And you got to give Alex Rose some credit for holding him up there at the very first of the play.
Third down and 6. Big one coming here for the Falcons as Booth down there getting the play call, along with Caleb Ferris, who joins them in the backfield. Coming off the field, Bobby Ferentz, one of the blocking tight ends.